Castlevania. The decades-long series spanning multiple console generations has been a mainstay in many a gamer's heart. Whether you started with the classic 8-bit linear nail-biters or the more modern sprawling action RPGs, Konami had a firm grasp on the action horror genre for quite some time until they sold their souls to the pachinko goddess of death many moons ago. Legend has it that one day, someone will perform the satanic ritual that will bring Konami back to its glory days. But until the Kojima homunculi is satiated in its demented bloodlust, those days will never come to fruition. We have the ancient text and legal means of revisiting the days of old, the times of passionate game developers with a vision and focus. With some silky hot ducats, you too can fall backwards through the infinite corridor and visit the scenes I'm about to show you for like the price of a really big sandwich. Like a big one, or like a really fancy salad with no nutritional value or something. So, without further ado, let's play some old shit, baby! Castlevania Anniversary Collection was released in 2019 for the systems that matter in Steam and serves as the basis for the delicious footage that you're gawking at. Its full price is a whopping $20 and it has a habit of popping up on sale for half that every once in a while, and it comes packed with enough games from the classic pre-Metroidvania style that we currently have no shortage of to satisfy your desire to die. The first Castlevania I dominated like a Trump supporter dominates their younger cousin was Symphony of the Night from the 1997 PlayStation 1 classic that essentially copied the formula of 1994 Super Metroid level progression, and enhanced the ever-living fuck out of it. I had admittedly only dipped my toes into the dark waters that were the originals, and my sweaty credentials as a gamer wouldn't let me live it down if I didn't truly give the originals a creepy German suplex that they most definitely deserve, so let's start with the OG terror. Castlevania. The adventure starts with Simon Belmont strolling up on the titular fortress like Luke Cage when Dr. Doom owed him $200. No, I'm serious, go read a book and educate yourself, you fucking heathen. If you've strictly played the Metroidvania-style Castlevania games, you'll be confused as fuck as the only direction you can go is right. The original Castlevania is a very linear affair with no branching paths from victory other than sweet, hot death. And hot damn, you will die a lot in this game if you aren't ready for it. You see, nowadays any game with an iota of difficulty quickly gets compared to the Souls series and entries like Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne. To be fair, From Software, the creators of the Souls games, have carved out a very special place for themselves amongst the biggest publishers and developers in the world by creating a very unique feeling game series that has you second-guessing everything you know about what to expect from a difficult game. Or rather, what a difficult game expects from you. It's more along those lines because I've been told playing Castlevania will sometimes have you feeling as if you were being ravaged with just minor consent. The formula of the game establishes itself right away as you enter the castle and get run up on by like 3 dudes. I understand you can just slap these gumjobbers in the gams and dispatch them pretty easy, but it is worth taking note that no one attacked you while you were outside the castle, but no, the moment you roll up in here, they're fucking coming. You've got 2 buttons because we were fucking unsophisticated primitive dopes back then. Whip and jump. Holding up and whipping tosses a sub-weapon that you can collect a variety of, and dear lord, yes, some are better than others. I'm looking at you, Holy Water. Bats don't give a fuck about you, get out of here. Your ammo for your sub-weapons are hearts, which kinda confused the hell out of me as a kid. The only other items you can get from these floating candles are the sub-weapons themselves, whip upgrades to dish out more damage and add some length to your cursed skin flogger, if you know what I'm saying. And last but not least, Roman numerals? That I had no idea how they functioned until about a month before making this video. If you're low on health though, let me tell you what you need is some good old-fashioned fucking wall meat. One of the only other methods of traversing the area pops up in the very first room in the form of stairs, which have a very strict entry and exit point at the top and bottom of any staircase and not a single pixel in between. What this means is if you get on some stairs and get accosted by a baddie, you will not get knocked off the stairs, which is great in some areas of the game, but you also cannot jump off the flight of stairs at any point in this game. Each staircase is a commitment that requires your full attention every single time because just when you think you're safe, these fucking Medusa heads keep ramming into me, goddammit! Man, let me tell you something though, if you think that kind of commitment is hard, you will not survive this jaunty romp through the spooky depths. When you jump in Castlevania, you're signing a fucking 30-year mortgage with heavy interest. Simon leaves the Earth, he is 100% going to land where he aimed and nothing will stop him except, of course, getting his jaw caved in by some janky-ass skeleton with a fucking problem. Seriously, bro, what is your goddamn fucking problem, Jerry? Fuck! Another thing to note is how the game handles checkpoints. You may think that the game is generous at first, allowing you to restart at the start of the last screen, which this game refers to as stages, when you run out of your measly 2 lives, but Castlevania likes to smear gobs of lipstick on your face and take you out for dinner and a movie before throwing you down a flight of stairs and blaming it on the cat. That's kind of it for what you can expect from this game in a nutshell. I know I've mentioned difficulty quite a bit at this point, but to be honest, the first level of the game, as you can see, isn't tough at all. Almost every enemy will go down with a single attack, including these gangly mermen who just hang out in the basement under the stairs like Harry Potter. There's a good number of enemies to try to stop you as you make your way further into the castle, but numbers are no match for the Vampire Killer, your enchanted badass whip that has been handed down in the Belmont clan for generations. It was first used by Leon, one of the earliest Belmonts, as a whip of alchemy. However, his cursed fiancée gives up her life to enchant it even further past the limits of mere alchemy. The Vampire Killer then became a weapon powerful enough to hurt the fucking avatar of Death, who in the Castlevania lore is Dracula's right-hand man. Thanos was cool and all trying to impress Death, but it seems like in this world, Death is like the Mr. Smithers to Dracula's Mr. Burns, which, holy shit, just think about that for a little bit while I smack the sky puppy around a little bit. The first boss has been dispatched of pretty easily, so we're off to the second level to see what all of this talk of a hard game was coming from. We're starting to see some leaps of faith, some moving platforms. Okay, sure, yeah, alright, here comes some floating heads, and I got this, So dying a handful of times has taught me that I should fear everything and everyone, and despite being in just a second level, I've got to get my shit together and actually concentrate a little bit. A giant Medusa head angrily floats towards me. She tries to convince me she's a threat, but the Vampire Killer puts no respect on it, and we quickly put her down. Third level Charleston's right in here with its bullshit and starts with launching flea men at you. These little bastards have been haunting me my entire life, and now their first iterations get to carve their names on the inside of my eyelids. Great. Neat. I get to meet another series staple in the Bone Pillar, a pile of sentient bones that shoots fire and hates your mother, and we're all out of mother at the moment, so fire it is! After dying quite a bit and learning some enemy patterns and how to straight up avoid some enemies because they just want to touch me so bad and I just don't want it, I end up at the boss room with no lives left and a smidge of health, so I've got this, right? Oh shit, I survived a hit, I can do this, and I'm dead. Stage 9 is where good men go to die. This is the kind of difficult level that I honestly thought would have showed up earlier in the game. Regardless, Stage 9 handed me my ass on a silver platter with a side of chipotle mayo and some garlic butter. Some of the screens before this have been brutal, but this final area before the mummy threesome requires some serious dedication to get through. Seriously, you are at times expected to kill 2 enemies with a single attack in order to progress unscathed. The whole walkway is littered with bats that home in on you, limiting your jump movement for fear of getting attacked, but the bone pillars start popping up and don't stop shooting fucking fire at you, and holy shit, kill me now! Save me from this fucking torment! It took about 26 whole minutes of constant dying to really get a feel for every vile action the AI could possibly take in its quest to violate me, before I felt the magic, that little electrically moist feeling in the back of your skull, the hyper-aware focus needed to achieve greatness like a highly overpaid athlete and ascend past the limits of mere mortals and bitch-ass marks. This is so fucking absurd. Look at this nonsense. Who designed this game? What the fuck am I playing this crap? Who said this was good? Fuck you, you stupid bone dick. Get the fucking bats. Leave me the fuck alone. You can't be inside of me. Alright. Only hit once. This is okay. This is fine. Damn it. Okay. 2 lives with holy water. Fuck. Well, I can just keep trying to learn this boss pattern here. Holy shit. The holy water is working. I figured it out. Holy shit. We're doing it. This is the feeling. Yes! The next level was hard, but nowhere near as tough as the previous area, which made me almost become the manifestation of rage. There were a few sections that require some precise jumping, but that third level will haunt me for the rest of my days, truly testing my sanity and patience. The boss for stage 12 in comparison is a fucking joke, and was likely made to stroke your shattered ego from the previous stage. On my second attempt, my only one with more than a pixel of health, I cheesed him harder than Akuma from Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting Tournament of Fisticuff Exhibition Masterclass Seminar Simulator 2007, or SFFEMSX07 for the purists out there. I thought somehow they couldn't make this more difficult and still deserve the notoriety that Castlevania has achieved over the last several decades. But I was dead fucking wrong, as I now faced what was the most difficult area in the game hands down. There are enemies who can harm you while they are off-screen. The damned flea men are back and they suck more than ever, and God have mercy on your stupid fucking soul if you finally do make it through the entire stage to the boss. Awaiting your tired adventurer who's died dozens upon dozens of times trying to best the trials of this architectural abomination is none other than Death, the Grim Reaper, the big bad doo-doo daddy himself. Death is a hovering shit dumpster that throws propaganda symbols at you, and let me tell you a little something. The laws of Death don't apply to Death because he can kill you after he dies. Who fucking did this? The second to last stage is such a bitch that the game graciously gives you a checkpoint right before Dracula so you can relive the torture of being teleported into over and over again. Man, it's a grueling fight for sure, but there's a part of me that wonders about when the game designer sat down while programming Dracula and decided, hey, let's make the Prince of Darkness do his best Jeff Goldblum impression and try and fucking occupy the same space as the hero while flinging goddamn fireballs all over the place like it was a doom imp on angel dust! Jesus fucking Christ, what a monster. You can only hit this guy in the head, and God forbid you try and get 2 hits on this guy in one cycle. He will make you regret it. You'll hear him cackling into the void as he's suddenly inside you, doing what everyone else does in this game when they come into contact with you, draining a quarter of your fucking health. So after figuring out the somewhat unsatisfying safe pattern of jumping over his fireballs as he launches them while barely having enough time to bury the end of my whip in the back of his skull, his fucking head flies across the screen in a genuine moment of shock and he explodes into the fucking cookie monster? He then proceeds to graze his skin against you until you die. I have no idea how I sometimes spawned Roman numerals out of the walls, but they never came when I needed them. I spent an hour or so trying to take down the final boss of the game, trying to conceal my unbridled rage as my wife was on a conference call not 5 feet away from me. I thought to myself, what would her coworkers think if they overheard me scream, God damn it, you blue stupid cunt! Fuck you who designed this stupid shit! Fuck you, I'll fuck your skull, god damn it! I did my best to conceal my skullfuckery lust and placed my focus back into defeating Dollar Store Goliath. Eventually, I got lucky enough to not get grazed by his toe twice in a row, which gave me the time to throw enough biblical artifacts at him to smite his fucking ass right off the face of the earth for good. 53 minutes of my life was spent fighting this bizarro gonzo, and I hate myself now, but he's dead. Forever. Permanently. Never again will the peasants in their thatched roof cottages be terrorized by the menace known as Dracula, for Simon Belmont has saved the countryside from the... Thank you for watching Gaming Over Hard, and shatter those like and subscribe buttons or I will find you.